Okay, so I'm going to go over the 4 things you must do in order to make TECOBI work for your dealership and for yourself so that you can make more money. The first one is we need you calling through the system. If you don't call through the system, we do not know when you have contacted customers, and we can continue trying to work the lead without knowing that you've already made a phone call. So to call through our system, when you're inside of a thread, in the very top right, there is a phone icon. You're going to click this phone icon. It will call your cell phone or whatever phone you have in your click to call setting on settings. When you answer the phone, it starts dialing the customer. Then that recorded phone call is placed into the thread so that we know you've made the phone call and we don't ask questions that you have already asked of the customer. It keeps us all on the same page. I'll show you really quick how you change your click to call number. So when you're on your lead list here, you come over to settings, and then there is a click to call number right here. You're going to change that phone number if you want it to click to call your desk or whatever phone number you put in there. Leave your cell phone number as your cell phone number so that you can get notifications text message to you. That is the first thing. It is important, highly important, that you dial through the system. This is what creates teamwork and makes it easier for all of us to work the leads better. The next thing you're going to want to do is if you call a customer and you set an appointment, you want to make sure that that appointment is set in TECOBI. So from the conversation screen, you're going to jump into the profile in the top right, and then on the profile there is a set appointment button here. You're just going to click it. It will bring up a date and time that you can select for the appointment, and then you're going to select that date and time, and that will set that appointment for you. What this does is 4 things. The first thing is we do not want to continue text messaging customers once we've set an appointment with them. We want to make sure that the system and our ninjas are not texting customers, because it's just going to agitate them if we continue to text them after you have set an appointment. The second thing it does is it will send a text reminder 2 hours prior to the appointment to let the customer remind the customer that their appointment is coming up. It's highly important that you set this appointment so that these procedures are followed. The third thing is the day after the appointment, we are going to text to see how their appointment went. So if the customer did not make it to their appointment, we can reschedule that appointment and reschedule it for you and save you some time from having to keep up with it. The fourth thing is our ninjas spend a lot of time trying to get customers on the phone with you. They will not get credit for the appointment if you do not set it in the system. So the biggest reason is let's make sure the appointment's set so that we're not blasting the customer with text messages after we have already set an appointment with them. So make sure you're setting your appointments in TECOBI. Really takes less than 10 seconds for you to come in here, pick a date and time for that appointment. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this one. The next thing that you need to do is pause the lead. So if you call a customer and they're at work, they're out of town until Friday, you're waiting to get them some information on a certain vehicle, whatever the case is, pause the lead so that it will pull it out of our queue and we don't continue to text blast that customer after you've already talked to them and they need some time. So it's highly important that you pause the lead, and you can come in here and select a date and time to pause it, and then the next screen that comes up is a place for you to type a message. And I'm going to go ahead and type a message here. So what this does is on that date and time, you'll see that I have the lead paused until 12/20/2017 at 12:39 Mountain Standard Time. And at that date and time, we are going to send this text message to the customer. If the customer does not reply, then our system will continue to tickle that lead to try and get a response out of them. Once we get a response out of them, we can tag you back into the thread so that you can continue your conversation with the customer. But it's highly important that you pause the lead. We do not want to continue text blasting someone if they've told us that they're unavailable till a certain date and time. So come in and pause your leads. It takes 10 seconds. The third thing you need to do is archive your lead. So you want to make sure that you're archiving your leads in here. So if the customer says, I don't like you guys, or actually this is the fourth thing. So the fourth thing is archive the lead. The customer says, I don't like you guys, don't ever contact me again, I'm unhappy with you, I was just messing around, I'm not interested in a car. All you have to do is come in here and hit this red archive button. That will pull it out of our system. It is literally that easy. You unarchive it, you can archive it. Very, very simple for you to do. It pulls them out of our system so that we don't continue texting and following up with that particular lead. Those are the 4 minimum things that you must do in order to make sure that this works for you and your dealership. So I'll go over them again. First one, call through the system. Make sure you're using our click to call. Next one, set the appointment. Make sure that the appointment is set in our system. Third one, pause the lead. If you need some time, pause the lead so that we don't continue to blast the customer. And then the last and final one is archiving the lead. Please, let's make sure you're doing these 4 things and we can all sell more cars and make some more money. Thanks, bye.